Decisive Designs, bringing you goodies that I found. And tonight, goodie is my tablescape. I like to do a live um, for my audience. If you have not seen it yet on my website, I'm bringing it to you live. So, how are you doing? How is life? Um, how is, I don't know, business? How is your channel? Um, what have you done lately that surprises you? I'm gonna give you a goodie that I found. I have a new Bible in my collection. It is New Translation something something. I don't have my glasses. I don't have my glasses. I am so sorry. Um, but do you know that certain places does not sell the Bible secondhand? And I feel like even at yard sale, if I go up to a section with books, and if there's something biblical there, I usually get it free. So it's a thing where either you buy it brand new or you go to a church, an organization that helps people, or yard sale. And if you see a Bible, you get it free. Oftentimes I talk about the different versions of the Bible and to compare the text, verses to verse to verse. That doesn't sound right, but whatever. Um, and compare them. See what the other translation says, because it's the word here is translation. And what happens is, way back then when they wrote the Bible, and I'm not going back there or whatever, BC, whatever 100, um, it, it was not for peasant people. I don't know, like for Gentiles like me that does not have a biblical education. Um, so when you read the verse, it's like big and tough, and you don't take it literally because you don't know how to apply it to your situation, right? Take in consideration King James Version. I'm thinking that's the first version that was written. I did not look it up. I don't know. But that version has always been in my life since I was, I don't know, a baby coming up. And that's the version that I read. Um, and when I was reading it as a child, I did not know meaning of words. I just read it. You know, Psalms 23, Psalms 100, Psalms 27, Psalms 91, Psalms 1. I just read it word for word. And as a kid, did not think about how it translates to my situation, or anyone else's. And I never knew that they had different versions of the Bible until when I was much older. I would go to different churches and see their Bibles, and I'm like, oh, that's not mine. My Bible is um, the King James version. But if you now go into the Bible app, Jesus Christ, I don't want to go too far into this. But the King James Version has been broken down in different versions as well. You have the New King James Version. So know what you read and know what you're used to. Because if you don't know, um, reading a verse can confuse you, right? But what I say is, for what it's worth, um it's nice to keep or to have a translation, whatever version you read out there. I'm not sending you for special versions. Whatever you read out there, um try reading the same verse in a different version, because a lot of translations translate it into English form so you understand it. Because, we're not preachers or prophets or, whatever, whatever. And God knows I didn't go to biblical school. But I have obtained a different translation. And I don't know about you, I love things that is lived in, and you can tell that this person really used their Bible, or it probably sat in a place where it had the outside element and do this. But I'm thinking that someone really used it. Now I do like that. I stick it and I go like that. I'm like, wow, there's no verse that is highlighted, right? But what it comes with, and I don't know this passage that it's in. I didn't really read the Bible, the word yet in here. It comes with a divider that has John 3:16 on it on both sides. So anybody who knows me knows that this was meant for me. But anyway, that's a goodie that I have found. Oh, thank you, Lord. I don't want to go too far into that. Um, so my table, I've been, I feel like I've been broken into many pieces. My spiritual life is just dome, if that's a word. And I just have been misplaced in every aspects of my life. I don't felt it, I know it. But anyways, I continue to do my tablescape, and by all means, this is the fifth one in the 10 series, and I have five more to do. And I talk about evolving into something else, because I don't know, my joy is taken away. Boredom has come, and the only way for me to get out of it and don't get swept under it is to get out of it. Ooh, I like that. That's some true words right there. But anyways, this is my table that I have designed for this week. Um, and I talk about the richness of tans, the browns, and the blacks. But I'm still working on some collections. And I have gotten a collection that is really close that I may want to do next week. But for some reason, I broke it up this week, knowing that outdoors has inspired me. The grass is green, it's completely green now. And I went out tonight and I was watering already. I have things in pots that are coming back, surprisingly. And I throw some water on that. And then my uh oh dear God, what's the name of it? Rhododendron. There you go. They look a little rotten and dried up. And they should be blooming by now, right? It seems like they're just getting leaf and whatever to bloom, but usually their bloom is already set for the season in maybe late fall or late summer for the next season. Those don't have anything, so I watered them, hopefully to catch up with next season. So here I am with green. And I just threw this black runner in the center. I had gotten it for this set, which is really gorgeous. I'm gonna show you this plate set. It's a vintage set that I had bought. I'm gonna show you guys. Look at that. And I almost was tempted to do that, but I'm like, I'm not going for the masculine thing. I want to do my own thing where um I get inspired by, outside, spring, right? Or do my 10th. I said I can't get into the blacks, right? But it's not gorgeous. That is so gorgeous. That's the name, guys. And don't ask me what name. If you know the stamp, you know it, right? All right. So, what I did was, let's show you this set. This is a aluminum charger. Back home we call it zinc. And a emerald green plate that is so rich. I love it. It says made in Portugal. Portugal. Love it. And then a sage green that corresponds with my emerald green. And then I topped it off with a green napkin that matches the tablecloth. And I had bought this tablecloth now for a while, right? And it's not from Home Goods. Um, but those two plates are, which is gorgeous. And then to top it off, my emerald green utensils. I love this utensils. They're so super rich. I can't stand it. And anytime I use them, it just brings me joy. Definitely. And tonight I took out my green goblets, which are really beautiful, and it collates with the entire theme. Now, I said if I had black goblets, but I do have some black ones, but they're small. I like a little height to the table. One day I'm gonna use them. I have used them before. And then I have these sage green or earth green pottery vases that are three of a kind, and the artist labeled them one, two, three, and signed them. And I love that they are different. And I just love this peony bloom in there. It really looks so luscious and nice. And I think it relates to the chair cover in a way, where it's beautiful, right? And why did I put the black um runner in the center? I think about having a room with everything green and you do an accent black wall. Tell me what that would do to the entire space. It will elevate it. So if you sometimes wonder why I do certain colors, it's because it does something to the entire palette, um, that I love. And it makes it, I I sat here, this is my chair, and I'm like, this is so beautiful. Like I can see the sheen, and the light, and it's not clouded. It looks clouded now, but it's not clouded. It's so beautiful, and I think I really really pulled it off. And what I did was I collate the napkin ring to the center runner. Why? Because I don't have a green. I have four green and gold napkin ring. When you have the monochromatic look, if you use them all together, they're beautiful, 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 beautiful. But I wanted to accent the center to highlight everything. That's what black does. Sometimes black looks opaque and it looks like it darkens the room, but turn the lights on and see it for what it is, and it will give you life, right? So that's my table today. Now, listen, I did something new over here. Oh, this dining room is a mess. Ugh, it's such a mess. But I have redone this cabinet um, in gold, silver, and white, right? Um, I had all white before. Now I'm showing off some metals with it. And then these. So I had, anybody know about that Hummel collection? Hummel KHK? See, I can't see that. MJ Hummel. So when I first started my collection, I started collecting Hummel figurines. Um, and I lived in a different town. And I moved them to when I met my husband, I moved them with me to where he was living. And in the middle of getting married and getting a house, I donated them, all of them. I don't remember how many I had and what they look like and so on and so forth. But I donated them, right? And the whole cabinet, everything, because I had like this big cabinet. Actually, it was a three-piece cabinet, almost like this, but it was more of a glam look, all glass and ivory, fake wood. But anyways, long story short, um, about I don't know, 7 years ago, I got these. Never even realized that they were what they are. My aunt came and she gave me these, a clock, and some dishes and some other stuff. when you got a new house, you get gifts. And recently, I went to the basement. Honestly, I still have, I think, wedding gifts down there that I haven't opened. Um, or boxes that that was moved to this house that I haven't opened, right? But recently, I went downstairs and I looked in this basket and I saw all these hummus spice jars, oregano, ginger, onion, chili, cream of tartar, garlic, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I don't know how many I have, but I have a large collection. And I have the rock for them. Um, but it's just so sweet that I donated them and they came back to me. So I really feel like if you have lost something that is very important, or if you have given something away that is very near and dear to you, and you're like, oh, doesn't mean anything, I know that it will come back to you. I truly know. And when it comes back, you're not going to realize what it is until way late or until you try to give it to someone else. That happens to me a lot. But kudos, right? I love that. Love always have little stories. So anyways, I have these. These are from my wedding and I kept them. Um and these are not, well, recently new. Top recently new. Haven't used these yet. I have used this. This is not new. That's a year old. These are recently new, right? That's wedding 16 years ago. And those are gifts. I didn't change that. That means a lot to me. I didn't change that, but I changed over everything. So yeah, that's my cabinet. Change it over. So I have plates on the floor. I have things still on the floor because I'm still working on it. And then I also kind of reorganize my clock shelves. That's what I'm gonna call them. So that's my newest. Is that my newest? No, that's my newest. Right? Right? All right. So that one is called Shannon. And I just grabbed it up. I sometimes my spirit just knows what it wants and it just does it. Does the job. And other times I look at it and I ask around and I this and I that before I get it. So that was grabbed up. This, I asked about it. But when I saw it, it was the same name as this. So I got it. Right? So I have Seiko there, Seiko there. This is a home goods find. It's marble or stone. That's why I like it. And this is unique. But you know what that reminds me of? The Eiffel Tower in Paris. And that's why I grabbed it up. That came to mind actually. And I grabbed it up. So I don't know if this is um Europe, England, Europe, something, and that it works. It works. And these are Waterfords, little cuties. But yes, I have Now, two, same name, and it's Danbury, as in Connecticut. It's the same spelling. So I am doing 4 now as my collection gets bigger. I still have three down there, and this is still a work in progress. But these are milk glass, so that is special. I have there. I took them out of the cabinet, and let's see over here. What's going on with over here? Over here, it's messy. So the pink paper is tape because that dome is cracked. I think that's one of the most expensive ones, and it's cracked. And I don't want to even put a battery in it until I get the dome replaced. And that's been there. And these are Howard Miller. Love his design. I think it has some uniqueness to the way he does the gold and the black and sometimes silver. And if you can see it, look at that one. That's a face. Look at this face. I think this is the oldest one, right? See how he does the gold, the black, and the white? And look at this one. So when you see certain clocks, look at them and see how the artists, sometimes you can tell what they were thinking, other times no, but I don't know, my spirit tried to get in their heads. This one is near and dear to me. It's natural wood, and there's no name. Mm, all right, but it is. Let's see. Oh, there is a name underneath. I can't read it, but I love it because it's wood, it's natural. And what he did was he used gray stone within there and then the gold and the black. So I love that. And then I think these two clocks are the same name. That's another Seiko. But see that the balance is not right. I have a Disney clock that I can't find, and there's the dome. I brought it to my daughter's. I gave it to her, and she refuses it. And I brought it back. I found the dome, and I can't find the clock. And it is cute. It's a Disney clock, and I don't remember what character it is, but I hope I find it somewhere here. But that's it, guys. I reorganized a little bit over here. Spring cleaning, I guess, to match the clocks because I think they're beautiful. Um, and I'm so proud of myself. When I start something, my head just goes a mile a minute. And I have to continue or finish. And I have started a clock collection for years. I had different clocks, not clocks, a watch collection, and I don't know if I have about 30 watches. I don't know. But if not 30, it's close. And I've given away some, and I've bought gifts, for people. So for some reason, I find myself being late all the time for work. And I started just buying clocks. Did it fix it? Maybe. I don't know. Did it fix me out of a job? Maybe. I don't know. But it's such a joy to now see that I collect clocks, and I love it. And I have a few wall ones as well. That's part of the one that came with the jars or spice jars. Jar, I can't talk. Anyways, thank you guys so very much for stopping by. Um, I will see you on my next live. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. I just turned 52 oh gosh, last Sunday. And I still haven't gotten a cake yet, so or a celebration. So happy birthday, and I hope that you are celebrated in every way. Peace. Remember to love, be kind and courteous, love your neighbors, and check on your elderlies. Peace.